Hello, hello, hello. We are starting up. This is pretty bullish here. Going for the next daily for value gap. Four hours just holding right now. Yeah, I think if we can really get a nice closure under this four, we'll give it some damage to the downside because we have such a big gap down here. But that's just not going to be in the question right now. I'm going to try to keep playing nimble buys this time instead of flipping, or counter trading. It's just so bullish this week. And I feel like every time I miss the setup, it just makes me want to counter. So let's see what we can do here. Try to keep it neutral. Very, very bullish right now. 9 a.m. did retrace, take out all this liquidity here. We're just holding back up for higher. So we're inside this 15 now. Gonna pay attention to this. This could just be a retrace for lower, just to rebalance, because we did take out the higher time from liquidity here. This is the main thing that I wanted to see taken out, and we already took it out. So I'm not too eager for more upside yet, unless there's a clear immediate draw. Not much happening on the hourly. So what are we working with here? 5. Took out London lows here. Yeah, so I don't mind us trying for this 5-minute breaker now. So what I would look at is this as more of a continuation. Not much of a sweep, but we did get like this low here swept, and we got a closure above. Once this 5-minute closes and it retraces back inside, I'm looking for potential longs here. Let me just get set up. I haven't get this going. Okay. We're just pushing. All right. I think we'll be looking for longs on this retrace here. We can see somewhat of a bullish breaker here, down here too. I want to focus on the 5, and then just work on the low timer setup. What's up, Tyler? Let's get cooking for me. Yeah, if you guys didn't see, I posted my payout for Apex. I talked about it in the stream. I was like, so just recap. I did 11 requests, half my accounts basically, a little bit more than half. 2 of them got approved, 9 of them got denied. I'm pretty sure the 9 that I had was what I talked about, which was possibly getting flagged for sizing more than I used to. Like my average, I'm just usually do like 1 mini, sometimes micros. 1 mini on average, 1 to 2 minis, up to like 3, 4 if I'm being aggressive. I'm pretty sure I did like 15. I was thinking I was doing evals, and I closed it for, I think, for a loss, but that was enough to to trigger that denial, I guess. That's just what it is. I'm not too mad at denials because the thing is, like, you still keep the count, you still keep the balance. Like, I just make sure I don't make the same mistake. Holy cow! So I didn't do it on purpose. I was trying to trade on evals, and I was hooked. I think I talked about that. It was like a few days ago, and I closed it for like I'm pretty sure 1,000, 2,000 loss, but I recovered by scalping it back. But yeah, usually never my intention to do anything more than 6 minis. Doesn't make sense to get denied when there's a losing trade. So one thing I've known about Apex, they are very, very strict about prop, like, any rules. So they want to basically get any reason to deny you. So when I hand them a reason like that, they're like, "Let's do it. Let's deny him." No, it's not 30% true. Like I said, I have like 10K balance. It was like a 1 or 2,000 loss, so like not nowhere near 3,000 for sure. It was improper risk management. I posted in the video, or I posted it in my post. Um, they let me just look back at it. I took a quick read at it. Basically, they're saying involves going all in maximum contract, or windfall, and then trying to downsize or no stop loss. It could be that too. Sometimes I like don't put stop loss on immediately, or I put them on, like, let's say 20 points, and I move them because, you know, I'm scalping. But it's one of those things. I'm pretty sure that day when I was like, when I saw that mistake, I'm like, damn, I might get denied by this. It's like me doing more sizing than my average is like inconsistent. You know, if TradeFi will have any flash promos for May? Um, yeah, Brett was talking to me about doing like a duo stream, and he'll do like a flash sale for just like a few hours. So sometimes this May, maybe next week, maybe the next week after, we'll try to make something. We'll try to coordinate. So I like this long here. I think if we get this anywhere inside here, we try to long this, stop under. It's a 5-minute setup, so you're looking for essentially AM high of day. Is there a set rule in contract size? So they want you to be consistent. So like, let's say, like, I like to make extreme cases. Let's say you just do like 3 minis on average, and the next day, like, you know, you do 3 minis, then 2 minis, then 3 minis, 1 mini, 4 minis, 3 minis, 2 minis, and then one day you just do like 17 minis. That would flag you for improper risks or inconsistent sizing, most likely. But yeah, that's just the name of the game, I guess. And he's moving today. I like it. I'm just looking for this long here. I think it plays out. But yeah, guys, if we have a clean bias, which, let me see if this is clean bias first. Yeah, target would be the 15-minute gap, which we already run into. We have more up above, so like, even if we don't target this high, we can target the rejection block here. We can target the next 15-minute gap. That's unmitigated. There's a lot of things that we can really go for. It's a big range, so I think longs on this retrace makes sense to me. I can mark this on the 1 minute here. So looking for like 70,992. The 5 minute will show like ending under 80s, 80s, 70s. How's Tick doing? I think based off rules, Tradeify is always superior. I mean, if you are maxed out with Tradeify, then you go tick. That's like my route. That's what Tradeify seems to be plenty though for the most part, but they did a rule change and it just makes it like Tradeify is on top. I'm a little confused though. Aren't you allowed to flip 3 days? No. So like you can do that, but we're talking about inconsistent sizing. Like if you go way above your average. I'm just responding to this guy. Someone said, once you get denied, do you have to start over? I'm like, no, you just trade 8 more days. You still keep the account. You still keep the profits. That's the bright size of getting approved. How's everyone doing, chat? Green or red in the poll here? Let's see what's popping here. How's Bunox? I like Bunox, but in every way, I think Apex is superior. Especially when they do when they both do 90% sales, Apex is gonna win. Even like if you think about it, Apex, you think like, oh, 130 activation seems high because you're used to 85 or 100 or 125. Bunox on the smallest account or the account that most people use, the 50k account, starts at 150 already activation speed. If you want to get like 150k, it goes like 300. So when people say Bunox, they like Bunox, like they have to like Apex over Bunox based off the offering alone. I am trading Bunox though, but it's only because I'm maxed out on Apex. Tyler, if you give me 1,000 of the 40,000 payout, I'll have Apex approve you tonight. We're gonna have to do a giveaway that take like 2% of that payout. Bunox support and rule friendliness is superior to Apex. I'm pretty sure Bunox doesn't allow you to copy trade with other firms first, and that their support, I feel like the support is okay. It's not anything special. They have some rules on Bunox too, for sure. That's like ambiguous. New month, any prop deals? I think a lot of props are keeping the same deal and extending it so far, so nothing crazy yet. Yeah, so you can't copy trade with other prop firms, which like, why would that be the case? I feel like that's like 1 or 2 of the firms I know that has that message. Like Top Step allows it, Apex allows it, Take Profit allows it, Trade5 allows it. Like all the big firms, they let you copy trade whatever you want, but they have that in there for a reason. I think maybe to deny people, to be honest. It's such a weird rule. Damn, I get no retracement every time I see a frame of setup. Yeah, it's only 3 accounts, by the way. 3 accounts is kind of low, but you can add up to 11 every time you get above your threshold. So like that's also, I don't mind that idea, I guess, but maybe start with 5 accounts and then go up to a little bit more. Damn, we're pumping, chat. This week is just not my week for waiting, being patient. And it's like I'm waiting. There's also the tiniest wick here too. Do you think we're still in the golden era of props or we're past it? I feel like it really depends. I think we're gonna break into more as long as there's no regulation shutting it down. Props has just been better like now than ever. You look at Apex. Apex just paid 2 traders 2.5 million. That was never done before, except Kane. Kane set that up with I think something 2-3 million or something like that. That record got broken, and someone did it in the same month. And then if we're talking about golden era, like it's not that crazy to hear people doing 6 figures per month anymore, because I'm doing it, Lance's doing it, a lot of people that I know are doing it, and some people are even chasing 7-figure payouts. Like they're not even trying to go for consistency; they're trying to go for scalability. So I feel like if we're talking about golden era, this is probably it still, and we're going to continue going. There's more money in props than ever. What made you long bias is because the higher time frame just says it, like 4 hours just shows up. Except we did take the gap here, or buy side liquidity, which is basically on the weekly, like that weekly high here. We took that. That's the only thing that I'm a little shaky about. I would only look for shorts if we get a flip somewhere, strong flip. But we got a 5-minute sweep and a good closure above. This is kind of continuation of my high time frame long bias. I'm just a little bit starstruck sometimes that we don't get any retracement whatsoever this week. And I don't want people to be thinking like, oh, we should just strategy hop, because this is not normal where we never get a retracement. It's just more trend based this week. It could be even this month, but like this is a model that I've been trading for years now with good success rate. So if there's a month where, or a week or two, if I don't get any retracement, that's just how it is. And it might be frustrating, but like you want to keep it clear. A ton of competition in the prop space just keeps making them better and better. That you want to emphasize that very clearly, because there's, you know, all the prop firm owners, all the OGs right now, they're like, there's more prop firms, stick with the best, the top ones, don't try the new ones. It's like, dude, these new ones are gonna compete with you guys, and it's gonna make you guys not complacent, give better deals, and make sure you are on point with payouts and support time. So don't ever listen to anyone who's like, oh, we don't want more competition, just stick with the OGs. Like, just, you want to be open to competition. This is capitalism. This is also for America. That's what it is. You don't want anyone to have a monopoly or a few strong prop firms. You want more thriving competition. Now, the difference is like, are they sustainable is a question. Most of these new prop firms are sustainable. Like, you know, we talk about like the Forex Giants, the Funny Necks, and the Funny Ticks. Like, these guys are big already in Forex. They have a lot of reserves, and their offering is not that crazy. It's like, it's to the point where people are like, it's not that impressive. So that makes it sustainable. Just don't buy into anything that's like too good to be true. Like fast track trading was easily red flags all over the place, but it draws people in because it was so good to be true. Like, it was so cheap, like 30-40% markdown from the other competition. You get 20 accounts. It was absurd. Don't listen to Michael Tech. He's gonna sell you the dream. Like, I love Top Step. I love Michael Tech, but I can also disagree when he's like, you know, we have to start this. Let's do an SRO. Let's get all the prop traders together. It depends. It has to align with a trader. And I'm always the prop trader first before prop firm. What is up, Ash? Ash in the building. I'm going to try to be nimble today. I feel like we're going to be range-bound today. Why? It's because we took the weekly draw liquidity already. And we already showed like a lot of back and forth. I don't want us to just stay long bias. I would only be long bias if we have a setup. And this would be basically a retracement discount. But if we get a short setup here, I will take it. I'm going to try to stay nimble. How much startup money do you need to start a prop firm? Dude, I don't even know. How much you guys think you would need to start a prop firm? I think 5-10 mil is a good start for reserves, but like I feel like I've seen most prop firms, they just start up with a few, like 1-2 mil, and then they just use the cash reserves or use the sales. So like that's why you see new prop firms, they drop big sales so they can get like a lot of cash in. Like Top One or any new firm, even TradeFi. TradeFi at one point they did like 60% off, trying to attract new customers, get some money in. Not 20 mil, no, dude. 20 mil is way too high. I bet you Top One's probably started with like 1 or 2 mil. The barrier competition is easy. Oh, we got SmartBot. You guys see the SmartBot in the chat? We put in that smart bot to work. All right, chat. Make sure we keep our eyes peeled. We look for any entry model that we can be willing to take here. The draw is just kind of difficult. The only thing, closest thing I see is like this next 15-minute gap that's unmitigated. I'm open to look longs there, but the one thing is like we didn't get any retracement to really get us there. So I wonder if we could do something like this still. You think top one can stay solvent for the next 2 months? It's so uncertain for me because it depends if they have enough sales. Because I think what they're doing right now is they're gonna like tighten up the rules, like, you know, the payout structure, make it tougher for people to milk them, which is fair, fine. It's fair. Every firm does it. TradeFi did like 4 or 5 times. They're gonna try to also lower the discounts because they only need to do big discounts from the start. That's what they really need to do, and then they just make sure they pay out well, have good support, and over time they're gonna be a firm to pick. And maybe I'll partner with them with our platform, my brand. I just need to see more from them. I really do need to see more from them. They're not showing enough right now. Well, not showing enough, but like they're way too early to really just put the name and brand behind. Because I want you guys to be trading firms that I trust and would back. And I'm not sure if they're there yet. That's why like you only see a few prop firms. Like there's like 7, 8 prop firms on our platform. Other websites, they have like 20, 15, 10 prop firms. Prop firm Match has like 40 of them. How do you know which one's legit? I'd rather go for quality over quantity. That's what my message all the time. I am trading with them though, so don't get me wrong about that. I'm trading with them because I'm a prop trader first. But the one thing I'm not doing is partner them too early. I think that should be where the integrity stands. All right, chat. What do you guys think? Long or short here? Are you more long bias or short bias? At this area, I guess you could say long bias or higher, but like here you could be more like short-term short if that's like some people's thoughts. I think I still want it moved lower so I can get longs down here, but maybe we'll try to scalp it too. I think if we're scalping shorts, I'll try on ES, and we could just do like a very simple closure down here, retracement, stop it high, very tight, and see if we can flip it at the breaker area. So this is also a breaker on ES too. But I would most likely only look for the long on NQ. Just be NQ is a stronger asset this whole day here. If you're looking at chain state delivery, this is also that. So like it could be a tight stop. I'm willing to try this out here for you guys. I didn't get any yet, damn. Let's see. I think it plays out though. We'll try to get in. If we look for shorts, we try to look for a flip long in the slime breaker. It's moving. It's moving. So yeah, the chain state delivery is the first thing that you want to look at. Big drive. I'm still looking at this 5-minute here. We tapped in the breaker. I want to see it inside the FPG as well, so I can do a stop under the breaker and be safe. Apple and Amazon. Wait, what? Are you serious? Apple and Amazon earnings today? That's big. That's huge. Oh, it is. What the hell? We're gonna be zooming. can also mark something like this for the breaker here now, if it does want to come back. This is kind of what I'm looking at. We'll be in the 5 minute, and then we'll try to come back up from there. This is the 1. So the 5 minute would kind of get us around 670, 80s. So if it does come back up, this is a bearish breaker, which I want to see a send down for lower. Are you bullish or bearish? I'm being nimble as hell today because I think it's gonna be range bound. It's gonna be short term bearish, like I said, with the chain stay delivery. Send it down into this bullish Peter right here. That's the plan here. And it's gonna be your job to just trade with me. You're not here for signals, you're here for commentary and watching us trade, watch us learn, and not be a signal bot. This is what I'm thinking though. And it'll be shorts on ES, longs on NQ is going to be my objective too. Still looking for longs a little bit lower here. This would be nice. Okay, this would be good here. Get a nice retracement, and then we'll see if we get a low time frame flip inside of here. Just sell down. For those in shorts, you guys are gonna eat a little bit here. And if we go through this AM, or through this structure, the 5 minute structure, which is like a straight down to AM lows and get a nice retracement. I think it's gonna be range bound though. I don't want to lean towards a buy, so I want to play both sides. So, yep. We'll see what we can do. But now that the liquidity target is taken, I feel like you could just really play both sides pretty good now. These prices gonna do two things now. Since liquidity's already taken, we're gonna be waiting for Apple and Amazon earnings, and we're just gonna be chopping back and forth range bound. There's no draw liquidity anymore. Because once again, you look at the 4 hour or the weekly even. We already took the weekly chart. If you look at 4 hour, you can also see the same thing. We took this high already. So there's just mainly no reason just for us to keep on pushing up yet, especially with non-farm payroll tomorrow, with Apple and Amazon earnings tonight or after market close. It looks like more compelling for us to just really consolidate here. We took a drive here at this breaker. But yeah, I want us to reject from this breaker and then see if we can flip back down here. That'd be nice. Chop it up until non-farm payroll release. Yeah, and I had non-farm payroll in my mind, but I did not have Apple and Amazon ER. That's the one thing that I didn't notice. But chat got me. Chat was like, yeah, we have this earnings too. Keep that in mind. Very good detail to really help see where prices might be heading towards. Yeah, for those who had shorts at chain state delivery, this was with this closure, this retracement, you would just put a stop above. If you want to try scalp again, the idea would be short this breaker, stop above the breaker. And then we're still looking for long. I think longs would be nice down here. We get one more dry, which I think we'll get because we have this equal high already. Or not equal high, equal low, my bad. Big rejection here. If you guys take the breaker here, I'm just trying to scalp this. My main point is looking for longs down here. So the moment it gets to this 5-minute fair value gap, I'm gonna try to look for longs and flip. Yep, come back up and get one more drive here. Basically, with this breaker model setup, it's like counter, but we're still looking for a very tight stop. The moment it goes above 18, you will just get out for like 10. But then you will look for longs down here, just before scalping back and forth. Why chat always green? I don't know. They always come in. They must be cooking in the AM session. So we still set that equal low here, which makes me draw here because it's still a bullish Peter rate that I want for us to tag inside of. Something that I would describe as smart model would be if it does come back inside. If it's a large breaker with a 5-minute gap, the unicorn straight that up. What you would do is you look for it to drive inside here, do a 30-second, 1-minute flip. You enter on the way up rather than the drive down, and you try to keep your stop under the breaker. Since it's a large breaker, of course you're going to look for a bigger target. But if we do just slice through this 5-minute gap, that could be already like grounds for a stop out, and just look for re-entry. So still, this breaker is still something I'm interested in. I have the short up. I have my stop at 18s. For a scalp, just only one contract. My main focus is the longs, though. If we can get a retrace back down, I'm going to flip long. We can try to play both sides. Like, it gets stopped here, it's fine. Try scalp on my live account. Try to run this up. Let's see the 15-minute chart. We have 15-minute fair value gap below. This aligns with what I want to see happen anyways. So this is still compelling me for a drive lower still. Whether this gets stopped out or not, I'm still looking for this for re-entry if it's a tight stop. And those who don't know how I trade, I would recommend watching my video. Because I'm really going to try to focus more on my trading than the chat right now. I need to lock in. Are you in? Dude, I said I'm in this breaker with a stop above the breaker for a while. It looked like it's going to get stopped out, but we're just still in right here. This is what I have it. Sitting at break even right now. But stop is above the breaker. Whatever happens. I want to alert the long, though. I want to alert counter trend. So I'm really bouncing back and forth on the 1 and the 5-minute right now. Just looking to see this scalp down for basically about 30 points. And then if we can get this entry here, get a confirmation, we'll play this back above something like this. Still entry. I just want to make sure I can have a decent stop because I don't think I want to put like a, what is this? Like a 50-point stop. This is gigantic. So we're gonna try to manage this most likely because it's such a big breaker, and I do have protocols on that. I want to make sure I have the right call here. And this is also a 15-minute fair value gap, so like you have a lot of things weighing this right now. And again, this is only a 10-point stop right now. on the counter trend short scalp so we can drive to the side of the breaker, and I'm trying to flip the long right after. We're trying to look for this low. We're trying to look for this low. We're looking good. We're looking good. And then this is not going to be a buy limit right now. If you do want to do it, you do some starters. But my main focus with this large breaker is buy on the way up. This is what I have on me right now. Again, showed many times. Going to be focused on this flip here. And yeah, 5 minute breaker, 5 minute for way up. That's basically the unicorn that we're hunting for. I know chat might be asking, like, why are you playing both sides? It's because I'm anticipating consolidation, range-bound delivery. So, good rejection for this breaker. All I need now is to slam down to these lows and then just wait to see confirmation. This is about to get taken out. I'm going to remove the stop. Yep. About 35 points right there. And let's see what we're going to do here. No limit set yet. We're going to look for this on the lower time frame to see if we can hold a swing point and then flip. I don't really care too much that we are missing out on more points. I'm fine with that. I'm just going to be very careful here. So big drive inside the unicorn right now. That's good. That's good. I just want to see what we could do here. We still have one more drive, I think, on ES. It's such a big breaker, so that's why I don't want to go for it immediately yet. And the next 15-minute close is in 1:45. So ideally, we do wick under, but close back above. That would give strength into this long narrative framework here. I'll try to showcase. If this works out properly, we'll basically be looking for the short and the long at the same time. Again, this is why we don't just enter blindly here. The short was tight stop is doable. This is not a long that you could do tight stop yet. Until we get a flip, this is the only gap that I see on the 30 right now. It's still just driving down aggressively. Not playing anything yet. I'm waiting here. See if we can establish a good swing point and flip. If not, this is going to be a big sell. Did you exit the short? Yes, I did. I mean, part of the things I do with flipping, the only downside is, like, what if you don't get the confirmation? That means you basically missed out on another 20 points. But that's something that I have set in my mind already. I wasn't going for shorts so we can get like 50-point play. It was just so we can get into this long, this bullish PD right here. Now I'm just really fixated on seeing if we can get a nice flip. And I don't really care about trying to time the bottom. I just need to make sure that we can actually hold the higher time frame, the intraday Peter raise here, which it doesn't look like we're doing yet. So we might actually abandon the long bias in the next 2 minutes if we get a closure under this 15-minute. And that would just basically be price action consolidate here. Retrace a 15-minute in versus 15-minute. And any retrace would be likely, as long as these lows are intact here, retrace for lower prices. So that's the scenario if we abandon our long bias. We have 1 minute 30 seconds. This is how am I going to use time frame alignment with the 1 and 15 here? One more minute here. This 15-minute is going to get a deep closure already. Unless we get a big move back up. That's the only way we can save this long framework. Yeah, so like, yeah, sell off. Kind of missed out on definitely more price action, but this is what I did here, by the way, on my Apex. Short at the breaker here, I think it was like 06 or something like that. We TP'd at 80, so about like 26 points. I gave up about another 30 points if I just trailed my stop instead, but I wasn't focused on the short bias. I was actually focused on the long bias. So had I not been so fixated on longs, we would have probably just let it trail. This is something that I could look for, though. Yeah. This is get shaky, man. This is kind of the next vision I have now, based off the logic that we're working with like using the 15-minute as our intraday bias. Now that 15-minute flip, we respected the bearish red gap. Any retracement over should be looking for shorts now. Even if I was still looking at this 5-minute breaker to hold, it's just way too big for me to say this is gonna hold. So I think we abandon long bias and try to see. I mean, if we can, you see this like small swing point. This is like even a 30-second. Like we definitely need to get a closure above first. Okay, yeah, no long yet. I can't get this all. Cooked on that trade at least. That's good. It's a warm up. It's a warm up. It's like the I think this is like the first win at least for this week, because there's a lot of break evens. I was trying to go for big trades. I think it's kind of partially because I'm trying to give you guys a big winner, but I need to dial back to the roots and just focus on trading both sides, and not be so pressured to give you guys a trade. I'm gonna try to play more trades now, but only share the big ones, and also commentate any scalps I have in mind too. We can see a somewhat of a breaker model here. If you're bullish, you'll be looking at this. I just don't know if I can do that yet. I can be short-term bullish, so we can get back inside this 15-minute inversion now. But that's the best I can really do here. Chat, what do you guys think here now? Are you more bullish or bearish here? I did like how the chat bias did confirm when I was saying like bullish or bearish here. I think 80% of people said lower, so that did influence me, but that kind of, you know, it's like supportive because like we're all trading the same charts right now. I don't know if I want to play the upside just yet, but this is exactly what I want if we could hold this 5-minute breaker. If we do this, it'll be still a tight stop though. Let's see. No retracement yet. This is the candle that will confirm this breaker setup. Price delivery is still looking for range-bound delivery. Tyler is the big bear this time. Tyler is the biggest bull I know, but now he's a bear, so that shows something. Logically speaking, I would probably lean bears though. If I'm like have no bias whatsoever, no emotions, just look at that chart. This conviction here should be bearish. But yeah, first trade maybe about 480. That's good. 480, 490, 490, 489. That's good. Start off the day, just on my apex. Nothing on my funded next, nothing on my top step. Gonna cook slowly. And this breaker's holding, but I'm still not a believer yet, honestly. Yeah, how many people I don't want to ask this until we finish the setup, but I think we're good right now. We have one trade in for the day. How many people took that trade? Type 1 if you did. Type 2 if you didn't. We can just see the stat line here. For time's sake, I think the breaker was here for like 5-8 minutes, and I showed my entry like 3 times where it was like break even. So if you were convicted like me, I'm just looking for a scalp. The way that counter trend works, so let's say you just take an entry here, right, where the kind of what I marked it as. I think I had 07. This is basically how tight it is. And why that works also because we already have the chain state delivery. We just confirm the breaker. We have equal lows down here, which should be our immediate draw. I just put it a little bit under here. This is basically a 2.5R. Very quick setup. I could have got stopped out for sure. If I got stopped, I would look for re-entry, and then the next one would have got it. Good thing we didn't get that stop. Hard stop was 10 points in this whole range. This is pretty volatile still. Even though it's still consolidating, it's just moving like it's like swinging. I think a lot of you guys were waiting for the long entry, which I was also waiting for too. I was about to flip, about to X my short, and then look for that long entry. Yeah. I didn't want to take this. Why? It's because it's 15-minute fair value got flipped already. If it didn't flip, this would have been such a good setup already to take. I'm not sure if you guys were grabbing this. I think most of you guys are bearish though, so it's kind of difficult for you to just slap in longs like that. You snagged it, that's good. I don't have to take every trade possible, but like if you did take a trade like this, once again, you enter at the top of the breaker. Stop would be just under the breaker close, so it's like still a very tight stop, and you already got like about 2R. I just refrained from this trade because I was still bearish here. How do you suggest for average trader to pass their evals, go aggressive, or keep it slow? Every message that asks me about how I trade evals, I always recommend, this is only for experienced traders. If you're like struggling, probably don't do this, but for every other trader, you would just slam in size and trade the evals very aggressive. Try to pass it as quick as you can. If you are able to do that, if you have the financial support to do that, especially, or if you got payout and you're trying to reinvest it, pass the evals as quick as you can. Then when it's funded, you just drop everything you did in the evals and just take this as slow as you can, consistent base hits. That's how I play it. It doesn't have to be how you have to play it, but that's the most effective way for me, and it helps with your mental because you trade your evals like how, like let's say Mike Patek or Top Step says it. Oh, you got to trade it like how you trade your funded. Do one step at a time. You pass it in 3 months, and then you're like finally, and then you go funded, and then you just mess up or something. And he has to restart. It's like it's way too draining. Where I would just rather kind of do it in a way where like if you pass it fast, it kind of feels like it's instant funding in a way. Like you're just like, let's reset, pass, fail, reset, then you get the funded, and then that's where you start serious. Tyler's long on swings. Just my take would be don't have a strong bias anywhere. This is a 15-minute retrace for lower right now. I want to see if we get a short setup. I don't know if there's no gaps on the left side that we could just aggressively play this. If we snap this breaker, I'll try to go for another hit tree model. But yeah, I want to reset what I did for this week for April. I think it was like kind of bad performance for me. I was like a lot of pressure and trying to give you guys good trades while forcing it because I'm missing a trade. Like, I think the last 2 days I had long bias. I missed the trade by like a hair twice back to back by like few points. I had limits in. I missed it, and then like shit, I didn't get another trade. And there's no retracement whatsoever, even on the second long entry. I'm like, I guess I'll try this risky ass short setup. And then we just keep on hitting break even or the risk manager loss. Yeah, I actually didn't see this 5-minute breaker. All I saw was like this unicorn, this beat. What is it? The 15-minute inversion, but it's the same thing. The 15-minute and the 5-minute is kind of aligning right now. You can see the same thing, 15-minute retracement. So as long as we just hold the 15-minute as well as this 5-minute BPR, which I would lean the 5-minute right now, I want to stay bearish. How much red were you in April? No, I wasn't red. I was just getting back-to-back losses. So I was 9K down. Was it? I don't think I took a trade on Monday. Tuesday was 9K down. Yesterday I was probably down like. No, actually up yesterday because I took a power hour trade, which is like 100, 200 bucks. It was like very small though. Maybe I was up like 2,000, 3,000. But it's just like not a good week because I'm missing my setups that I want to take. And that's just partly because the price action. Price action is unforgiving in your setups for my setups this time. So like that's why like, I'm down bad. You look at my Apex. I post my Apex like every few days basically. It's thriving still. So like you see this here. We're like 9,000, 8,000, 8,000. This is after like 4 payouts already. 52 trading days. This counts 23,000. These accounts are still alive. We're still thriving, chat. It just risk managed because I don't like putting size on risky setups. And that's what I did yesterday and the day before because I missed my A+ setups. And then I'm like, okay, let's take this C- setup just because. And I got hurt. Hurt as in, you know, it hurt my winning streak. Just any loss just does snowball into though. Like if you trade, let's say with a 70% win rate, 60% win rate, let's say 76% is conservative, and you get like 3 losses or a lot of break even back to back, it's gonna not feel good, even though it's like tiny losses. I think we play shorts here. I'm looking at this gap here. We are in the 15-minute inversion, 5-minute BPR. Like, what I'm thinking is we play short on this retracement. And then the stop would be just simply above the high. So it's very tight again, but with leaning with a bias, just slam down. What do you guys think here? It is definitely a little bit more risky. We are holding that 5-minute BPR. We are holding that 15-minute inversion. My message is as long as we are holding it, any retracement on the lower time frame, I'm still looking for a potential short right now. And with this 1-minute close, we actually get something. Short to where it's going to be just lower price action. It's just not that friendly because, yeah, I got this in micros just on my live, not on my funded. This could be tight here. Basically 10 point if this fails, if it hits this high. Way too risky, way too tight too. I'm not gonna stop on this. I was just looking for a good reaction. If we had that, I think we would have just slammed to these lows. This is a BPR I'm looking at. Very tight though, it's fine. To the next one. So in hindsight, we did flip. It just, what threw me off was that 15-minute fair value gap. It threw my long bias off because it's such a big drive under. I don't even know this is long bias yet, but it's starting to give that. But again, I'm going to try to stay nimble as possible. If we do reject this, go for another jab. I want to just get this with momentum this time. This is a good one here because you get short here, you can put a stop above the high. Doesn't get that, never mind. No closure. It does look like it's trying to flip higher, but we haven't seen that yet. I'm watching the 5-minute here. We'll see the 2 p.m. candle here. It's just struggling right now. Again. We're just wicking. Just wicking right now. Want to see this flip? Confirm low time frame. I don't know about when you use this gap though. Let's see if there's a 1 minute. Is there a 1 minute gap somewhere? I think lower still, guys, right? It's just holding pretty good right now. Nothing's saying that I want to play upside yet. And we got the 4-hour close, so 4-hour, kind of a good close, so bullish close. Nothing crazy. Need to let this play out a little bit more. I want to see a nice closure under 970 if we play a short though, but if we can flip this 5 minute, try to play upside again. This was the bias though, original bias, but we got a freaking big slam down. So if you're like swinging, that's still like a big drop here, which makes me even think like we could have got hurt for longing that. Yeah, if we flip this 5 minute, it's gonna be pretty good upside. Next 5 minute 205 here. I want to see it flip though. Just shopping back and forth right now, shopping back and forth. Lots of wicks and just closing back inside. Need to see a nice closure here. You're playing both sides. That's exactly the point that I was making. I want to be nimble today because we already took the weekly liquidity. We have Apple and Amazon earnings later today. We have non-farm payroll. I'm expecting consolidation, Rangebound delivery. So I'm playing both sides when I see it. And this is respecting. Like you see, like there's OB here, OB here. Look at this closure. Going to 20K. We're close to 20K. Yeah, only way I want to short this with confirmation is two things. If we don't get a closure on the 5, and then we deliver a good breaker setup, which we have some swing points to play off of right now. And if we do flip this 5 minute, I want to see how I do frame the flip would be I don't like just entering because we close. I like to see just a 1 minute internal sweep and then look for that long entry to join in the continuation up. And why hypothetical end up win and real execution end up loss? I'm doing fine right now. I'm like plus 26, minus 10. That's like still positive right now. It's all about risk reward. If you're talking about like win rate, yeah, it's like 50-50 right now. But risk reward, first 10 to make 25 both times just now. Five-minute close in 30 seconds here. Let's see what happens. See what happens. So the bear scenario is if we don't get a closure here. I mean, I'll just try to say this in 8 seconds. We're getting that closure. That's good. So I want to flip again now. I want to say nimble because now we flipped on the 15-minute or almost on the 15-minute, but we flipped on the 5, which is the immediate intraday. For me to get longs, we just need to see a quick drive under sweep and then go back up on the just respect basically on this drive down. Like the stream for more giveaways, chat. I do anticipate this. Pure chop fest. That's just what it is, baby. We want to just stay out of the shop until we see something clear. So right now, nothing's been clear yet. Big drive here. Basically just grinding up now. Big drive. Yeah, I should have looked at this. I think I should have looked at this more. There's definitely reasons why I didn't want this because we already got a deep closure on the 15. Inversing it, that threw me off. But we're still holding that like OB and just didn't want to move under. So that's just hindsight thinking. I think real time, I still probably wouldn't take that trade. Just based off like what I'm looking at. But yeah, good drive though. Good drive higher right now. This has been beautiful though because we had a few opportunities for it, especially this retrace here. And we just rolled it all the way back up. That'd been nice. We never got past the first presented fair value gap. This has been why I've been holding longs. I don't really pay attention to that, but if you guys do, that's fine. Was it? I mean, I'll try to mark it out just for reference sake. First presented fair value gap. Is it this here? Is it 944? Is that how it works? Look at 930, right? And look at the first one. Oh no, is it this? Which candle is it, guys? For those who trade, is it one of these gaps here? I look such a newbie with all the new concept that IC's doing, like the Venom model, the first presented. I don't really use that, which I'm fine with. The very first one after 930. So it's 938 then, right? Is it 938 or not? It has to be this. Okay. Let's just see, guys. I don't use it, but you guys say it's good. How are you guys using this? Just because it doesn't close, I guess it respected pretty well here. That's a win, I guess. Once again, I want to keep it simplistic. I mean, I could add this in my arsenal, but I don't really. I've been trying to slim down. Slim down in my trading, like, tools. Just keep it very simple. Someone says not that one. I mean, someone shared me an indicator for it. Maybe Let me add it. Invite only. What do we call? We're just pushing out. I don't think I'm just gonna join in here. What was it called? Let me just look at my Twitter. Someone like, can you test this out? I'm like, okay, sure. It's actually ironically the first. I don't see it first. I might just type in present it maybe. I don't know if it's these people. Yeah, trading don't lie was the one who asked me to test it. But no, maybe I'll just add it, see what it looks like. Oh, so is it? It is that one then. I mean, that's cool. That's cool. I'll keep it on. Let's see what happens next day. Is there one for PM or no? Let's make it like green maybe. Yeah. It's 2 PM. Is that real? So you're telling me 2 PM is also the first fair value gap. So you're talking about this one here. At 2:01. Your chat is telling me two different things now. Good call in longs though, guys. Once we got the 5-minute flip, I wanted to play longs, but it was something always about it just very hard for me just to join in. I guess we could have looked on the left side here. After 1:30. Okay, so 1:30. Let's see. 1:30. I don't see it. Is this one? 1:38. I might have to do a backtest session on Discord on this. See how well it does. This one, right? Shit, someone said Fatty has it. Presented, where is it called? What? Someone said Fatty. I mean, I'm open if it's like, you know, if you guys can back it. A lot of people in the chat seems to like it. I don't mind adding it in and then trying to like just look at it. I'm probably not gonna utilize it too much. ACT open range. Let's try this one too. We're pushing, chat. Where would the long be though? Is this the indicator for it too? First fair value gap, green. So if I hide this one, okay, it shows the same thing then. Okay, cool. Any indicator that shows the 1 PM version too, or no? I'm open to trying it out. Guys, type 1 if you guys use the first presented gap. Type 2 if you don't. I need to hear it. I need to see it from people. One. A lot of people were saying. Also, a lot of people saying no. Here, some people are saying make a poll. You guys are very interested in this. We gotta pull up pool. Very bullish. We're going for the next 15-minute gap here. I'm really pumping right now. Ooh, 56% already saying no. Place your votes, guys. It's not a bad thing if not many people use it, but there's no holy grail anywhere, though. You gotta understand that no model superior to any other model. And if people like simplicity, like kind of like me, like I somewhat just want to go based off the candlesticks alone. Dude, Gideon, we need to see your stats, your trading record. Gideon's talking shit about everyone else in chat who don't use it. We need to see stats ASAP. It's really pumping here. Could we have gotten long somewhere? I was very close to trying to capture this long so we can just sweep, but yeah, I think this OB was the area here. We just long this area, stop under. Win the play. That makes sense with the 5-minute flip too. I need to think about something like this more because it's also aligned with the bias. It's pretty in discount right now. If you take a long entry here after the 5-minute BPR flipped, you just do a stop on the swing low and just see if we can let it go for the next high. At least, or the next swing high here. This would have been good. I gotta remember that. Be more aggressive. I wasn't too bullish yet. Tyler said, Gideon, let's see the payout, kid. Dude, this is all banter, but let's see it. Post in the Discord. This is Mark from Discord. Let me see the stats. I need to see the trading stats. Last 30 days, wherever you want to show. It's not gonna be serious except for fun. But if you're utilizing that first presented as your main tool, we need to see stat lines. Who's YOLOing evals for non-par payroll tomorrow? Let's see them hands. Let's see them hands. Dude, this is just pumping. This week looks like 4 for 4 for first fair bag. Yeah. So do people also use it as an entry model for the first one? So like, let me just make an example here. What is this? So this one here, like, you just take a short here, and then you just go for the next low here. Is that the idea? Should I just blindly do that tomorrow? Imagine the first time I use it, I get cooked. This is what we look like. Like, let's say short, stop at the high. Boom. That's 1-to-1 right there. Everyone would be millionaires if that worked. Yeah, that's kind of what I think about too. So I wouldn't mind also. I'm bullish, but now we already took the high here. We rebalance into the next gap. If we get a short setup, again, being nimble today makes sense to me. It makes a lot of sense to me. Yeah, so just something like this. We're just gonna look for a sell lower. If you want to take that inversion, you can as well. This is not bad either. Just because we already got a big move higher. We took the high already. Your stop again would be likely that recent high is about 10, 12 points. And if it does move your favor, you got a lot of room to push down. Whoa, what is that slam, chat? This is a big drive. Look at this breaker here. Breaker tap here. I think you just put your stop above the breaker if you take this trade. You have a lot to really push down on, so it makes sense to me. This is another scalp idea if you're trying to play both sides. We flipped on NQ and ES, so I do want to see this move lower here. We'll likely do the giveaways after this. See how far we can go. Bro, we are slamming, chat. I didn't take this on NQ. I took on ES. I think ES was smoother. Because also, once again, I said, like, if I'm looking for shorts, I'll likely try it on ES. And ES is the weaker asset. Big drive. I don't know where we're going to try to target. I'm going to see how far we can go. We're going to try to fill this whole 5 here. So 3 scalps so far, though. I think we still have another leg down here. It just makes sense. It just makes sense to me because we already took the previous high. We tapped into the 15-minute. And the first moment we get a flip somewhere in the confirmation, this whole move up, we didn't get any confirmation. And I've just been range trading back and forth. Very smooth. I'm gonna make this. I had ES short here. I might get trailed out. I'm gonna just put 2 ticks above. See how far we can go for with it. But the entry was just based off the inversion and the breaker confirmation. If you took on an NQ, this would be look like. So this retap here, stop above the breaker, and then you just want to see how far you can go. The next low. So this is the third trade though. We took the short here. We tried a scalp somewhere here, which immediately got 10-point stop, and then the next one is here. Playing both sides very clearly. Worked out well. each trade on these scalps are just like 10, 12 points. And whether it's win or loss, we're just gonna own it. If it spiked up after this, like this close here, and it spiked up, you would have saw me share my screen and then been like another 10-point loss. It would have sucked, but that's just what it is. Ooh, let me look at chat. Play Cousins by Kanye West. Where did this come from? I still think we can move lower here. Just think about if you can go in today and identify that why we don't have price delivery with the clear bias. You're expecting both side delivery. You would easily try to be nimble and go for both sides right now. And you're just looking for confirmation because we do get a trend base up and then we get a flip trend base down. Just like this here. Trend base up. We get a flip trend base down. This is going to be that range I'm looking for. So if I'm looking for PM, we're just going to be back and forth. I don't think we're going to take out the high or the low. I think we're just going to stay inside this range. Let's see where we can go here. We are definitely going to take that high. I'm not going to be playing highs or lows. I'm just going to be playing based off of what I think price is going to draw to. This could be where it bounces, though. We have this 15-minute OB. I just still think we can just move a little lower first. About 5 points on ES right now. If you took on NQ, it's like about 20. Oh! I'm just going to put it. I'm going to trail it here. I'm gonna keep on trailing this. Let's see if we can get close. I'm gonna put it at 454. Big drive. Next candle closure here. I'm gonna move it lower. Let's just put it at 53. Yep, we're gonna go with it. I wanna see the next high, next low here. $7 points on ES. I just want to trail that one because the risk was about 3 points. Again, another 2R. So recap would have been like, what was it, plus 26, minus 11, and then we're for ES is different for NQ, plus 7, which is equivalent to about plus 37 on NQ. Wait, Ash just said Brian the Big Bear did. I just realized all 3 setups were bearish. You guys see that? Even though I won it long this year, I think this was the missed opportunity I should have looked into. It was short here. Should have been long here, but I hesitated, or for various reasons, for the right reasons though. It just ironically worked out. What is it? Somewhere here. I think it was like, I tried to play short here because I thought we're just going to retrace in the 15-minute inversion and then slam lower. That's the wrong move. Got that. And then we waited. No long. Try to look for longs here. I think I missed this opportunity. And then just short here. Pretty clear cut. This is the only thing that I didn't consider here. So we took the other 3 trades though. We are cooking though. Here, oh, this is what it looked like. I trailed that very tight again. So once it's inverted, once it's breaker confirmed, short 1 contract, trailed it all the way, very tight at that as well. We went all the way to 53. So about 7 at a tick, 7.25. Cooking. Let's see, we have some time for possibly 1 more. You guys want 1 more here? Let's see what happens here. Yeah, so this is what I was anticipating. If we didn't want to flip lower, we would just hold this 5-minute and we possibly use that as a basically a stop punt to drive higher, and now give the bull the reign here. Lock in, lock in. I just want to ask you, chat, did anyone take this with me? And if you didn't, or if you did, whatever, did you see, like, before I mention it, why this could have worked? I think that's the very critical moment here. This is pretty clear to me. Because, again, when you're looking for a 1-minute breaker setup with after clearing the high inside the 15-minute gap here, you just expect it to flip and do a slight retrace, which it did right here, and just immediately strong reaction through it, because that's the first low time frame flip confirmation that we had on this move up here. So I would have probably not taken this if we didn't take out this previous high. Someone said they're still short. I'm just not a believer in holding for big runs today. I think we just scalp back and forth, which is like, you know, you risk 10 points, you try to make 25, 30 on Q. For ES, like, you risk 2 or 3 to make 5, 7. Makes sense to me. Limit sell the burger. That was a good idea here. We're cooking though. Yeah, you just gotta make sure you know why price is delivering for what reason. If you can anticipate, like, if it's gonna be trend based for whatever reason, maybe it's because we've been consolidating and now we're gonna do PO3, we're gonna do a breakout and head to the next draw. You recognize, again, the weekly high was already taken on the upside. I'm not too convicted on upside anymore. I think we could even move lower, but I can't even make that case because we have Apple, Amazon tonight, then we have non-farm payroll tomorrow. So it just makes a clearer case that we already took this high. Now for PM, which pending news in 2 hours here, or less than 2 hours, 90 minutes from here, we just chop around inside this AM range, unless news gets leaked, which doesn't really happen. And if it does happen, you wouldn't even know. That was a good drive down to rebalance. So I wanted to see if we could sweep this low, but it doesn't have to, because it's not a major liquidity that I'm looking for. I just want to see, like, now we have some lows here. This would be a nice way to clear any of these, the next internal low before you flip up. Earning news, that's what I meant. Sometimes, I don't know what it is, but there's like day of earnings, it just gets leaked and it just starts moving. What's the move, chat? What's the move? I have no bias whatsoever here. I think you want to lean upside, but we're also in premium, so I think you play both sides. Play what you see. Gideon said he joined the Discord, but he can't send anything. Why is that? Is he backing out? Price gonna do what price gonna do. That's exactly the point here. No. I'm just trolling with the back a little bit, but no, the Discord, you can just join in any of the chats. You talk on the general chat, the prop chat, whatever chat it is, should be public to anyone. But yeah, how's everyone doing so far today? I mean, I'm feeling good because it's the start of May and I want to keep things going. I might look to trade more. Either I focus AM or Asia. Asia has been a little bit sloppy for me, but maybe we can run some YouTube AM session too. more scalp weather. I think New York AM has been cooking lately. It keeps on switching. Like PM just does well, and then now AM's doing much better. Does all the deliveries. Can you stream Asia? There's no point in streaming Asia. Because most of Asia is just me waiting. I don't like to commentate when there's nothing happening. Yeah, that's a theme for today. Mainly scalps, notes, real setups. The only real setup I liked was this unicorn here, which you have to risk a lot more. And I guess you'll get like 1-1. Let's say you just enter like somewhere in the upper quadrant of it. It's like 40, 50 points. I guess you'll be like 1-1 here. A little bit more than that. If you put your stop under, which that's the protocol there. Will Asia be worth it if this non-farm payroll tomorrow? It's not just non-farm payroll. The only thing that can make it worth it is because Amazon and Apple is going to have good momentum. Lumi Trades on Twitter just posted something on that kind of resonates to me. She said, not gonna lie, April was one of my worst months in my trading career in terms of performance. Ended up being green, but awful performance. That's the same thing as with me. I end up being green because I risk managed and sized down, but I don't like the performance, especially this week and the previous weeks before too. March in hindsight or in retrospect was, I think, top 3 month in my career. Like I have 5 years, like it's like 60 months, right? 5 years times 12, 6 months. March, the last month, was probably top 3. I don't know if I want to put it like top 2 or top 1, but at least top 3. And then you come April, it just sucked ass. I don't know if it's tariff news that's messing with me or just bad price action. This month was pretty wild. You look at this is where March happened, and then you have the next one, April, just shut down. Big range. This is 1 week. This is like 2,500 points here, and then just we're moving back up. Big range. That's probably what kind of caught me off guard. But yeah, how did you guys do this month in April? Did you like this month? Did you think it was good? Did you think it was bad? Let's hear it. Been choppy. April was great, was good, very bad month. Been insightful. That's like masking that it was not the best, but like you're it's a learning experience, I guess. The only thing that was good was my Robinhood and my swing, because I was able to, if you were able to like not be fearful while it's going down, this is like basically the best time to load up. Of course, I didn't hold all the way up here. I kind of feel like I paper handed that, except my long support, which like wasn't that crazy, but I had swings like literally down here, like under 17,000. I think I sold the first pop, the main pop, on that next day. It went up like 600 points, and like it was like 50,000, 40,000 profits. And I was like, I'm gonna take it there. Next day, boom. Next day, it's consolidated. And if I just held for another like 2 weeks, you know, that would have been like 5x profits. Be like $250,000 right there. just because this is like generational lows. But it's also a coin flip because you don't know what happens with tariff. It's like if it's just gonna keep on slamming lower or not. But what you don't want to do is be fearful and sell or panic. You want to just scale in slowly. Do you use ICT concepts when swing trading? Not like any entry models. I just go based off of what I think. So like, let's say we take a internal like main strong liquidity on the higher time frame. Like for instance, if I was long bias right now, I would probably be like offloading shorts or offloading my swings as it goes up all the way up to here. And especially if we take this high out, I'll be fully gone with longs and I'll be looking to see potential shorts. I don't know if it's gonna be like this or like this, but the way that I kind of mark it out, you know, I look at the daily chart, especially when I'm swing trading. If we get a good flip somewhere, daily doesn't look that good, but like I guess the 4 hour is also something very utilized for me. So once we get this 4 hour flip, we can start looking, adding longs here. Same model that I would use. Go for the next swing high. It got it, and then this has been good here. Since we left this high here, we did a strong push. This was yesterday, I think. If I were to we're ready for this, you add some long position here and go for the next weekly liquidity target, which is up here. That would have been golden opportunity. But I haven't been touching my Robinhood ever since I had that swings down here. I think the balance we're at like 550,000 on it, so we're doing very well. But we just want to make sure. Just April, just not. If I'm not doing good in my futures, like I'm like not doing as good as I should, I tend to just stay off of my other accounts too. Having 8 months green streak, and I still don't believe I'm profitable. Can't go full time even though I have payouts. What was your experience? 8 months is a lot of stats. So like you gotta talk about like how much are you getting in payouts each month following that? Like are you doing like 1K, then like 3K, 5K? Are you slowly increasing? Because 8 months is definitely good proof of concept already of consistency. We're not talking about trading career or like trading lifetime. But you had 8 months of results. I don't know if you're just trading like one account, you're just making like $100, $50. But if it's in the 5 figures per month, that's when you can consider going full time. This is still working. I would probably not have re-entered here. But, you know, 1 minute unicorn just still slamming down. The key takeaways for these streams, guys, is not to signal bot. Sometimes I do signal. I think all 3 trades I basically said when I was going to take it, where my stop would be. And if you know the breaker concept, you could signal bot me. But the main thing is like kind of just learning, trading with me, trading for yourself. Even if there's trades that you like, but I don't, you'll get the best value out of it. Because you're learning from someone who's been trading every single day for hours and hours for 5 years and has a good track record. You know, with my payouts and stuff, and I have like the same funded for months now. I'm just not here to signal. I'm just here to trade for myself, but also teach while I'm trading, which does help me discipline. But I think we got a lot of the trolls out, and we did take a lot of trades today, so that's why even the trolls are here. They're quiet. They're very quiet today, just because we're up today. It's like crickets out here. When did you drop out of college? I would do a quick summary. 5 years ago, I was, I think, a sophomore in college. We had the COVID time. I started trading right before COVID, like a month before, but I started being taken seriously during the COVID time. COVID just lasted for a long time. I think we had like online classes for a year, maybe a year and a half. I've basically been trading since then. So let's just say a sophomore year. I've been trading while juggling school for a year and a half. And I think during my 4th year, that's when I made the decision. Like I graduated, and I didn't graduate, but I completed 3 years. I need 1 more year. I decided to to pursue one thing. I can't just split my time, because it was kind of destroying me. I was like, you know, I got to do full-time classes, and these are senior level classes. It's very time intensive. You have to do all these projects and all these internships. I couldn't do that anymore while I was trading. I was making good money. I think I made maybe like 150,000 in profits already that year. So like that should be good enough for me to just take a gap year. So that's what the decision was. A gap year means you can come back the next year. You have like, I think 12 months is what they gave me. You can come back to finish your degree. Anything beyond 12 months, you can start losing your credits. So you have to do the same class over. So I gave myself that cushion, like 1 year. Can we do something out of it? And we made something out of it. What university? It's in Florida. I don't know if I should say it because I'm like so close to it. But it's for mechanical engineering. But it's a journey. Like, one thing I always say though, like maybe this will help you. The first like 6 months when I started full-time trading was actually pretty bad trading for me. Why? I think it's because I had too much time in my hands. Before I was like, you know, juggling so much things, like, you know, trying to keep my workout in, because I was like on a gym grind there. I had all these classes, 15 classes, or not 15 credits, like, so 5 major classes, and they were not like gen eds, they were like intensive classes, and I was doing all-nighters and trying to trade in the daytime, work in the nighttime, and just meal prep and try to conserve time. When I dropped all that and just traded 24/7, basically, I could trade in the morning, I could trade afternoon, I could trade Asia, London. It was probably a big dump in my trading performance, and you would understand, because you had just, before you only had like a few hours, you tight a schedule, but now you have all the time in the world, and over trading is a real thing. You're not as disciplined when you have all the time in the world. So that's one thing I would say. Like, if you are considering trading full time, I would try to hold it back as much as you can. Just juggle, you know, go for the grind, and then once you're fully ready, slowly get yourself into it. Because if you're trading like 2 hours per day, and now you quit your job, you can trade as much as you want. You want to just maybe up it, like now, maybe you add another 30 minutes, add another hour, just slowly get into it. Use the rest of your time to study and do stuff like that. University of Tampa. Yeah, I think that's a private school. It's downtown Tampa. It's actually a beautiful school though. I've been there. I haven't attended there, but I've been around there just to look around. It's a nice school. But yeah, one thing, like my last note would be just a grind. You don't need to quit anything. You could do both. Even if you have like a job, let's say you have a full-time job, it would suck, but you could squeeze in 2 hours to trade in London or Asia or whatever you can, basically, and just get some results first before you, let's say, like, take more time off, or just slowly get into it. And prop firm gives you such a good opportunity to, you know, test your skills. What do you advise of scaling up the number of contracts? That's something that I do struggle with too. I size up slowly, but then my scaling way would be, instead of size your contracts, what if you just keep the same sizing, but you add more funding through various prop firms? Because right now on our website we have 8 prop firms. If you are funded with each one of them, that's like 40 fundeds, 45 fundeds. And if you do $200, let's say, something very small, I think anyone can do $200 trading small size. 200 times, let's say 45 accounts, that's 9,000 per day. That's a lot to really work with, and that's what I've been pushing. Like, what if you, instead of making big home runs, you just do like $200, $300, $400, or whatever it gives you, basically. Just, the idea is like small gains. Small is relative though. Small gains each day adds up. Get a payout, you know, reinvest it, get more payouts, and now you're just making like 50,000 or like 5 figures. I don't know the number, but you just make, it's a boatload of money if you get to that stage. Ooh, no, this is a good question here. I was down 500, and now I'm green $1. Should I walk away? it takes a lot of discipline to walk away from that, because you're like, oh, it's also the opposite too. Let's say you're up 500 and then you're back to break even. You want to make that back, but it goes for the same flip the coin here. If you lost 500 but you're break even, now you're like, maybe I should go for plus 100, and that's how you destroy yourself. You just let the chart play for it, and you have a set trading time. So let's say for me, I trade from 1 to 3 p.m. After 3 p.m., I should close my charts. We'll see, Mr. Brian, the Robbins Cup. If I have is there a reward for Robbins Cup? I think that's gonna be a mental challenge, because you size so small and there's no reward. There has to be something that you would gain to do like a competition like that. What a better competition would be TradeFi Cup. I think TradeFi is gonna do it for this month of May. I think it's gonna launch. I'll just rather do that because I actually would copy trade it. Yeah, then we could cooking. Think about that. Robin's just a waste of time. Like, even the price, let's say 60,000, that's not enough because you have to be the number one. And as you're competing against millions of people, like, I'd rather just the TradeFi Cup. You already, I think, get like 25 or 50,000, and it's like a very small group of people. And you can only do one count time too, so it's the same thing. So I think that's why I'd be like, Robin's Cup is most likely more of a waste of time for me, because it would take away my focus of me just doing like 6 figures per month, just trading prop firms, trading my personal cash. Now I gotta worry about like my discipline, my performance on a Robin's Cup account, where it's like, I think you start with 10K or something very small. It just, I don't really want to mess with that. But let's try this giveaway here. I added Streamlabs. Let's see if this works. Bruh, are you serious? Let's see. Let's try this again. Oh, there we go. There we go. I have to do capital. So yeah, like the stream, comment your YouTube username one time only. I don't have to copy and paste anything. Oh, it's doing it twice now. Wait, is it saying it every time someone says it too? Tell me, does it do that? I might have to change the setting before people spam it. But yeah, we have the Streamlab bot. We're gonna post like the Discord link, any affiliate, any deals, and the giveaway bot. We're gonna try to do it like very randomly, because I don't want to keep on doing it at the very end of the stream. I want to do it random as possible, just so it can reward, you know, those who just sits here rather than just join for the stream and leave. Take profit trader, 30% off, no activation fee, earn up to 6.5% cash back. Yeah, I'm gonna give you guys a few minutes. I don't know if we'll take another trade here. We took 3 trades already. Basically 30 points on the first 2 wins, or the first win 30 or 25. The second win was 30 points. Second loss was minus 12, minus 11. But if you want to answer more giveaways while you're entering the YouTube one, yeah, we made this post here. There's only 75 participants. I don't know how many are bots. We're doing 3 giveaways of your choice. All you do is like, follow, and drop your top 5 rankings. You can choose any other prop from Stratify, MyFund Futures, Take Profit. Like, we have like a lot of accounts ready, and it's gonna be in this week. So it takes like 30 seconds if you guys want to do that. And just to recap here too, look at this. We have this guy named Dave. He has 2,000 accumulated total, 1,100 current balance. He took 750 today. We just paid him instantly. So this is what I'm here for, guys. Like, if you guys are milking prop firms, make sure you're saving as well. This is why we built this platform, because we give away a large chunk of our revenue back to the community, which if we want to be more greedy, we'll just give you like 2% or something, like something tiny. But we give away a third of it, and we also cover your tax too. So technically, it's like more than like 40% that we give back. But yeah, let's see here. Let's see here. All right, giveaway winner today is James Jason. Let me type his name. If you're in the chat, let's hands up. Do you have a video on how you milk firms? I think that's gonna be my next video. I'm gonna try to make either tomorrow or Saturday. It's gonna be a very simple, like how I made 200,000 this month off prop payouts, and just like tips on how to milk prop firms. It's gonna be very, maybe some things that you guys don't think about, but something I've been always incorporating. One thing I say right now is like don't try on evals. Just make it aggressive as possible, and then focus on funded. Yeah, so James, make a ticket on our Discord, and then we'll the giveaway ticket. So some people are asking what the program was about. The firms won't like that video. Dude, I'm a prop trader first. I made sometimes I make dedicated live streams, like planning sessions on my Discord, where there's like 200 people watching. I'm just telling them like how to milk them, how to exploit evals, how to do like certain tactics to basically give you advantage. Well, we'll make a video on that. I think that's my next video. But for those who are asking about what the program was, basically, we have the smart prop firm. We've been talking about it. This guy accumulated $2,000 in rebates. So I think he's probably spent over like maybe 40,000. I hope he have 100,000 plus in payouts, and this extra 2,000 just be money back to him, because this free money basically you're already paying for prop accounts. We're just acting like, you know how you have when you use a credit card, you get like 1% cash back, 2% cash back. We're giving you 5% cash back, so it accumulates much more. And I posted my cashbacks for my PayPal or my credit card. I think I got 2,500 back, and that was off of 1.5%. So if I did 5%, that would have been like 7,000-8,000 in a year, which is absurd. That's like free money. Why not copy trade evals next to your other accounts? So people make that assumption too, like, but there's a lot more hassle. So like when you're trying to trade fundeds and evals, why not just get evals out the way so you can fully lock in on funded? Just put your full attention to it. So like that's the same thing. Like don't multitask. Don't try to do evals and funded at once. It's gonna mess with you. It might not sound like it, because like people make the same thing. Like when Top Step saying like, oh, treat your evals like you do your funded. That's not realistic though. But yeah, it's very easy. If you're asking how to do it, you just sign up with our platform. It should be info in the description. When you make a prop purchase, you just use our referral link and code, and then you just enter the order number, and we'll give you the cash rebates. So if you spend $100 and we receive $15 in commission, we'll give you back basically $5 tax free. I think that's gonna wrap things up here today, guys. I'll try to trade Asia tonight. I think Asia might be decent, but 2 for 3 today. Up pretty good on my counts. This is the first day of May, guys. I know April was not good. I've been transparent about that. I want to change up for May. March was amazing. April iffy. May, let's do a bounce back. So yeah. Oh, someone asked about intermediate rank. We're gonna introduce some rankings probably next month. Like if you hit a certain rank, you'll get like a free account. So like intermediate rank, I think we had it like you get a free take profit account 150K or Tradeify straight funded, just as a bonus. We're gonna do some ranks like that. So if you're active users, we'll give you some badges, and then once you hit like these intermediate expert ranking up, it's like kind of like cruise line or airline rewards. We'll have something in store for it, where we'll just use some of our revenue for it. It's gonna be cool. If you're asking about the rebates, there should be information in the description. You can join the Discord. I could talk about it more. But yeah, it's smartcropfirm.com. There should be all the info down there. Anyways, we're gonna wrap this up. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. We made money today, which is the first for the week. I think the last 2 days has been red, slightly red. This is the first bounce back. Let's finish strong Friday. I think Lanta will be with us tomorrow as well. See you guys tomorrow.